I know my freaking background is really busy, so I hope my camera can stay focused on my face throughout this entire video. But anyways, hey guys, so today's video is going to be a pregnancy Q&A video. I told you guys in my last vlog to leave me some questions related to my pregnancy, because I know a lot of people had so many different questions that they were continuously asking. So I said I'll just do an overall pregnancy Q&A. So I have not went through any of the questions, but I do have my video pulled up right here, so I'm just going to scroll through, and hopefully within the next 20 minutes I can get through as many as I possibly can. Yeah, so let's just go ahead and get started. But before I start answering these questions, I want to make a recommendation. So someone actually recommended to me, someone who actually carried twins, one of my subbies, so thank you so much, girl. She actually recommended to me for me to purchase this book right here. It's called Twins, Triplets, or Quads When You're Expecting, 4th edition. So purchase this book. Is actually pretty thick, and I've gotten through the first 4 chapters, and oh my gosh, like I thought I was aware of a lot of different things pertaining to pregnancy. Most of my apps, well actually all of my apps, although they all are set stating that I'm having twins, like none of the information is updating in relation to twins. It's just like keep updating, like you're 11 weeks one day, your baby should be doing this, your body will be doing this because of this baby. So I usually have to Google, hey, if you're having twins, at 11 weeks, is this normal, or blah blah blah, stuff like that. But this book right here, you guys, if you're having multiples, I would definitely recommend for you guys to get this book, because so far this book has given me so much information and answered questions that I didn't even know that I should be thinking about or asking. And one key component that I found out in this book so far is that multiple pregnancies grow double the rate of a singleton pregnancy. So that's why I'm showing more, that's why I'm having way more pains and, you know, more stretching in my uterus and my pelvic area, because I'm carrying 2 babies and they're growing much quicker. That's why most in the book, I can't remember exactly what the statistic was, but that's exactly why most women give birth way before their due date. So when I think a singleton person is like at, I can't remember the statistics, like at 24 weeks, we're already at our like 34-week peak or something like that. So that's why it kind of works like that. And it's just so helpful with nutrition stuff. And, you know, according to this, with the multiple pregnancy, I'm underweight. So I'm 4'11" and I weigh 93 pounds. So at my doctor's office, I'm perfectly healthy, I'm normal weight, everything is perfectly fine. But they do specifically break it down for your specific weight and your BMI of what you should be thinking about and what you should be doing. And my BMI right now is 17.7, where it could be a little bit more, because I was just when I went to the doctor last week, but it wouldn't be that much more. But normal weight is 20. So anything under that is underweight. So it just goes into a lot of different stuff, you guys. So like I said, I would definitely recommend it, and when I find some more key components that I'm reading, I'll share it with you guys. But yes, so let's just go ahead and get into the questions. So the first one that I see is, how did Jeremy's parents respond to the pregnancy? They were thrilled. His entire family is thrilled. Well, if you guys don't know, Jeremy is a twin, so his mom has been very helpful with giving me information and different tips that I should use when it pertains to twin pregnancies, because she's carried both, and she's told me like there's a difference between when she was carrying just one child and then when she was carrying Jessica and Jeremy. So that has been really helpful. But overall, everyone has been so supportive, both my family and his family, and they're right on board and they're extremely happy. Would you consider a YouTube baby shower so we can give gifts? I'm not really sure about a specific YouTube baby shower, because I don't want anybody to feel like they're obligated, or, you know, like I have my hand out saying that, oh, my subscribers have to, you know, come help contribute, or, you know, this, that, and the third. So I don't know. I am open to I don't know about like a dedicated YouTube baby shower, but I am open, because I know a lot of people have already messaged me on the side who have supported me way before the pregnancy anyways, and like, hey, from my heart, I really want to do this for you. And if that's what's on someone's heart, I don't want to take that away from them. But yeah, so we'll talk about that a little bit later. What was your niece's reaction when you told her it was twins? Well, actually I have not seen her in person quite yet since exposing that I'll be having twins. Now, I was trying to hint to her that I was pregnant, but I just knew she would go home. You know how kids are. I knew she would go home and probably say something to her mom. So I was just like, let me just not take it too far. But then when I announced it to my family and stuff, she FaceTimed me when she was with my sister, and I told her it was twins, and she was just like, oh my gosh, TT, I'm so happy. I don't even know if she really understands what I'm telling her, but I just kept saying 2 babies are in me, 2 babies are in me, and she's really happy. But I will film her reaction in person next time I see her. She started school back. She's in kindergarten, so I'm so happy. So who was the first person both of us told about the pregnancy? What do we think the genders are? Have you been watching pregnancy vloggers for inspiration? If so, who? What did Jeremy say when he found out? What will you pass on from your childhood did you give to them? Have you been watching videos on childbirth? Okay, so the first person that we told about the pregnancy, well, outside of me telling Jeremy, the next person that I told about the pregnancy was Tanasia. I told you guys in my pregnancy reveal video that I had someone who I've known since I was in high school, and she has a daughter, and I needed someone who wasn't like a best friend to me, who would like emotionally be so invested into this and will make me, you know, even way more emotional about the situation. I just needed like a neutral person who I could trust and get advice from. So Tanasia was the first person I told. As far as Jeremy is concerned, I think his mom was the first person that he told. What do we think the genders are? We don't know. If I have a guess, all of my dreams have been girl boy inside both dreams, or I'll have a dream where I've given birth to a baby boy and the next baby hasn't come out yet, and then I'll have another dream like a few days later and I've given birth to a girl and the other baby hasn't come out yet. So I'm just like, if it's based off my dreams, it'll be girl boy. Jeremy, he's 100% sold on us having boy, but he said he'll be content if it's girl boy, and that's only because he'll be happy regardless of whatever we have. But he said he just really wants his son to be older than his daughter, so that means something to him. Have you been watching any pregnancy vloggers for inspiration? I have watched pregnancy vloggers. I can't remember their names, honestly, you guys. I'm sorry, but I've watched a few of their videos, and the most consistent channel I've watched is April Justin TV, and that's because I personally think that they're great individuals and then even better parents, and it's just a really good inspiration for when I become a mom and I'm dealing with my kids, and you know, I just really respect them. So what did Jeremy say when he found out? Jeremy, like I told you guys in the pregnancy announcement video, Jeremy was a little bit confused at first, and that's only because the day before, let me make sure because I can't be running over my time, and that's only because the day before I thought I had came on my period. So every time I come on my period I tell him, so he was just like, what, you just came on your period, how are you pregnant? Like, I'm confused. But then I like show him the test, and he was like really excited and, you know, very emotional. But as the pregnancy progresses, I see his love like and his excitement growing even more, like after seeing the babies and hearing the babies, and you know, like he's just really attached to them, and he's always telling me different scenarios for when they're here, and you know, overall he's just really excited. What will you pass on from your childhood that you'll give to them? Well, one thing from my childhood that I really appreciated is that although my mom and my dad got divorced when I was very young, they both co-parented us and gave us the best lives that they possibly can, knowing that they wanted their kids, because we all have the same mother and father, but they wanted us to both have each of them equally in our lives. So me and Jeremy have already talked about that. No, we're not anticipating the worst, but you have to think about every little scenario. We've talked about every little scenario that you can think of, and we both told each other that no matter what, our kids come first, and we both are going to be in their lives no matter what. So since I saw that at a young age from my parents, I want to make sure I give that back to my kids. And we already talked about you know, different things like that. I mean, my parents did argue in front of us. I ain't gonna lie, they did argue in front of us. But seeing that at a young, I mean, it didn't really bother me, truthfully. It didn't really bother me. It didn't mold me in any kind of way. It didn't make me look at them any negative way. But we've already said, like, if there's any time there's a disagreement, we do that in private. So yeah. And have I been watching videos on childbirth? I have watched videos on pregnancy as a whole, but not specifically childbirth yet. I don't want to freak myself out until I'm like closer to that part, and that's just because I don't know if I have to get a C-section or not. So I just don't want to really think about that part quite yet. Sorry y'all, my camera cut off. But the next question is, how's church going, Keesha? So I told you guys a while ago that I have taken church off of my channel completely, and that's just for personal reasons pretty much. And the biggest reason is because I don't like when people hold other people accountable for things that they don't even hold their own selves accountable for. I think that people get social media and reality twisted, that they feel like if they're watching other people's lives, then that means that they have to be held to another type of pedestal because they're a public figure, quote unquote, but they don't even have that same type of respect for themselves or other people who are in their lives who aren't public figures. And I don't like that type of pressure personally. So we still do go to church, and actually church is even more so in my life now. I will say this, we still physically go to church, but one thing I decided to do once I became pregnant, so that I really knew ultimately that no matter if I had any type of fear, any doubt, confusion, or whatever, I can get that from him. So what I've been doing every single day since I found out I was pregnant is I watch a sermon every single day, and I pray I pray 2 dedicated pregnancy prayers over my babies every single day, and me and Jeremy have our own separate prayers. Most times we do it together, but sometimes we do it separately because we wake up at different times, and I definitely do it before I start my day. So yeah, that's one thing that's very, very important to me, and it's really kept me grounded within the whole process. But I don't think there's a lot of things that I won't be showing with my kids or talking about with my kids, because I've already seen that my honesty on my platform and my willingness to let people in on my life and my truth has caused people to feel as though like I owe them the world and more. And I don't want to have, like I said, I don't want to have that expectancy on me, and I definitely don't want to bring my kids into the world. I'm still going to vlog regularly with them, but I'm going to be very mindful of how much I share, especially since they don't have a say-so in this whole entire process. And I want to use as much as discretion as possible, so that when they do have a say-so, it won't be like, you know, they feel any type of animosity for what's already been shown or shared. So but like I said, it's not going to be like any major craziness or like I'm hiding the kids or anything like that. But I will be very mindful, because social media can really truly destroy you, and I don't want my kids, like, I'm built for this and this is a decision I made, but this isn't a decision my kids made. So yeah, it's just going to be like more so the positive aspect of raising our twins, and not anything I mean, if they get sick, we'll tell y'all that, but you know, nothing really too far-fetched. The next question is, what are you looking forward to most in motherhood? I'm looking forward to truly just being a mom. Like, I want my kids to know right from wrong. I want them to have morals, and I want them to be genuinely good people, and I want to be able to give them everything that I've gotten out of the world so far, from the mistakes that I've made, the lessons that I've learned, people that I've encountered, situations that I've been faced with. I really want to use that to raise my kids much better than me. Like, everyone should want their kids to do better, be better people overall, and I really think that my kids are going to be amazing. Like, they're great. Like, I just feel it already. Like, my kids are so amazing. They love me so much. I tell myself that every day, like, my kids love me so much. And I tell Jeremy, like, sometimes when, like, you know, he comes home or something, like, I'm like, the kids told me to tell you they love you so much. And that's because I want to already speak that type of energy over them, that they're already good people. Yeah, so that's what I'm looking forward to the most, holding them and really raising them. Did you take anything while trying to get pregnant? I want twins so bad. No, I did not take anything. I know some people can do IVF, but IVF is a long It's a long drawn out procedure. I don't know all the details of it, but I know Ming Lee just had her daughter and she's shared like her part 1, so I didn't even know it was like so much they even went into that until I watched her part 1. So you can go look at her part 1. And I know a lot of people think that me having twins has something to do with Jeremy, but actually you guys, it had 0% to do with Jeremy, and that's just the honest to God truth, because I'm having fraternal twins. So the way fraternal twins are created is the mom releases 2 eggs. So like I could have slept with anybody the day that, you know, I conceived my kids, truth be told, and it would have just, they would have had a different father, and that father couldn't have been a twin or could have been a twin, but it had nothing to do with Jeremy. It's beautiful to think that our kids will be twins and he's a twin, but it honestly had nothing to do with him. I do think it's a beautiful story. He thinks like it brings him closer to the thought of having them, because he thinks like these are truly like his baby, his remarkable babies, for him to have twins too. But according to science and according to how the woman's reproductive system works, it had nothing to do with him. It had everything to do with my body being lucky enough to release 2 eggs when I ovulated instead of 1, and both eggs were fertilized by 2 separate sperms, and then they traveled up to my uterus and planted themselves and are growing into my beautiful babies that they are. But yeah, so okay guys, so I actually think I have to go. It's 1:30, my appointment is at 2, and I don't want to be late, so I may just come back and film the second part and leave it. But I'll just answer this last question right quick. So are you going to take pictures of your bump every week, so at the end of your pregnancy you can do a speed video? Yes, I do take pictures every week. I don't do it necessarily to film like a huge collage at the end. I usually just do it for me to see like how much my bump has grown. Yeah, so I may or may not share the pictures. I don't really know. I haven't thought about that yet, but I have been taking pictures since 3 weeks when I found out. But yeah, you guys, so let me go ahead and go to my appointment. I don't want to be late, and then I'll come back and film the rest of this video. Hey guys, so I just got back from the ultrasound and everything went really good. There's a lot of good updates, and one thing that I found out at the appointment, but I actually mentioned in my vlog, so you guys just check that out tomorrow when it comes out. But I'm just so excited. The babies are growing, and that's what's most important. But anyway, so let's just get back into these questions, because I don't even know how many there are left. But the next question is, do you have any concerns about being so small, being able to carry twins, and giving birth? Honestly, I think I've been in and out with my concern levels, but now that I have this book, and you know, I've been talking to my doctors, especially today after talking to, because we have to start seeing a specialty doctor since I'm having twins. All multiple pregnancies are considered high risk, so you have to see another doctor outside of your regular doctor, so you have way more visits. But anyways, after speaking to the specialty doctor today, she gave me a lot of helpful information, and you know, it's just about educating yourself about the human body itself, and about what you should and should not be doing. And you should be perfectly fine, because God created women's bodies to be able to reproduce and to birth out a child. So I don't really have any concerns anymore. And then another thing is, like, I remember when I was in 7th grade, there was a girl who was also in 7th grade, and she got pregnant. Obviously she didn't carry twins, but she gave birth. Like, there are people who are like 10 years old, 11 years old, who are kind of like in my same height and weight stature, who give birth all the time. So it's, oh shoot y'all, it's really not of concern, like I said, if you're educating yourself. Y'all, just finished eating, so excuse me. So the next question is, any cravings so far? Are you looking forward to the weight gain? And lastly, Keesha, you are so small, and are you anxious, nervous to push 2 babies out? Well, I just answered the last part. As far as cravings so far, I don't really have like any weird crazy cravings like pickles and mayonnaise or anything like that, but I do have specific cravings every single day, like for something different. And I notice if I have a craving for something and I'm about to eat, and I eat something completely different from what I crave, my body rejects it instantly. So that's where a lot of my vomiting has came into play, because I've eaten something that I'm not actually craving. But it's just, I guess the biggest craving I've had is fruit. I've been loving peaches. I've eaten peaches the most throughout my pregnancy. Also, I guess it's just my diet change. My babies do not like chicken. The smell of it, the thought of it, the taste of it, anything about chicken so far. So I've had to go ahead and start eating beef. I don't eat beef, but they like it, they tolerate it. I just actually had a burger. So that's pretty much it, but nothing like any far-fetched cravings. And I know for a period of time they were having like weird cravings in the middle of the night. Like, so at every morning at 4 o'clock, my stomach was like feeling really weird and like bubbly and everything, and I was like, babe. So I had to go get a piece of fruit for like a whole week and a half straight. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And oh yeah, am I looking forward to the weight gain? Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to the weight gain. I'm not concerned at all about gaining the weight. I was a little bit nervous when I found out I was having twins, because I'm like, oh my gosh, my belly's gonna be so big, like am I gonna be able to like get back to my regular size and everything like that? But I've talked to other people who have twins, and they were not as tiny as me, but still like within their 100 starting range for their weight, and they said that it came right off. And yeah, so I'm not really that concerned about that. I just want my babies to be healthy, so whatever it takes for them to be healthy, that's really my biggest concern, and I can worry about my snapback after the fact. I should have freaking screenshotted these before I started doing this, because I didn't know it was gonna be this many comments like in between. Will I have a virtual baby shower? Potentially. I was talking to Lex, and I think I saw this question when it actually came in, and she was just like, I should, it's nothing wrong with it. Because I was like, what is a virtual baby shower? But I think she was like, people send me, like, I guess you guys would be sending me the gifts, and then I'll just open it for you guys. So I'm kind of open to it. She told me I should think about really doing it. Do y'all plan on waiting until the babies are born to move? Where's Lex been? How many more kids do y'all want? Well, Jeremy said he doesn't want to talk about that anytime soon, because twins is just like a whole nother level of responsibility anyways. And but I said that because I've always said I wanted my kids to be no less than 2 years apart, like really no less than 2 years apart. So I knew once I started having kids, like I'm gonna keep trying to have kids every 2 years, because I want them to have siblings, and I want to have a, you know, a nice size family. But I did agree with him, because since we're having twins, they already have a sibling technically. Well, realistically, they already have a sibling, so we don't have to do the whole 2-year thing. I'm willing to wait 3 or 4 years before we try for our next child. And as far as how many more kids we want, I would like 2 more at least. Yeah, and Jeremy would like 2 more at least as well. Where's Lex been? She's been here. I don't really be vlogging her, because sometimes when she gets here, I'm like laid out in my bed nauseous. But yeah, she's been here. Do y'all plan on waiting till the babies are born to move? No, it's just getting very tricky, because moving is a tedious process, and our lease does not end here until February. So we are being very strategic of when we move, because regardless, I'm gonna be paying, because y'all know when I moved from my next to last place, I had to pay 2 rents for like 2 months. And then when we moved from the last place, when me and Jeremy got together, we had to pay that place off for an additional month. So now here we are again with having 2 rents at one time. But we've been saving from the very beginning. Like, we have been saving, and actually now we save a little bit more, considering that there are 2 babies. And I've talked to Jeremy about how important it is for my babies to already have financial stability. That's very important to me. So with that being said, we're trying to plan on moving before the babies are here, to make a long story short. Are you gonna vlog the gender reveal planning? I kind of want to hire a planner for the gender reveal, but now yeah, I kind of want to hire a planner for it. I'm trying to think of cute creative concepts. If you guys have any creative cute concepts for twin reveals or baby reveals in general, just send me some. I thought we had some, but then now not. Y'all, I'm so sorry. What are some of the baby names you are considering? Well, we have talked about baby names, and we only have one. I thought we had a boy and a girl name already concrete sold and thought about, but I brought it up again to Babe the other day, and he was like, I don't remember agreeing to that name. He's not against it, but he doesn't completely remember to agreeing to the girl's first name. But we only have a boy's first name. I think we have 2 boy first names, or I have another one that I really like, but I have to just talk to Jeremy. But so far we only have 1 boy for a 100% fact that we're gonna go with. If we're having at least 1 boy, we already have the first name of the boy. We're not gonna share the name until the baby shower. We'll share the name, or names of course, at the baby shower. Yeah, I'm so excited for the gender reveal. I'm so excited to see what they are. Will I vlog the birth? Yes, I'm thinking about having someone come and actually film that. And luckily for me that I'm having twins, that 9 times out of 10 I'm gonna know the babies are coming, unless my water just breaks, you know, out the blue. But 9 times out of 10 I'm gonna know my due date, my labor date before it happens. So I'm thinking about having someone come in and film it, because I've never had contractions, I've never given birth, and I honestly don't want to have that responsibility of having a vlog camera. Jeremy is, I already know how he is. He's gonna be so emotional, like so emotional, so I do not trust him at all to vlog me dealing with my stuff. And Jeremy, like, he doesn't like seeing me in pain, he doesn't like seeing me crying, he doesn't like seeing me bleeding, he doesn't like any of that. So he's just always so fidgety about every little thing. I'm gonna make sure my mom is there, but obviously I can't trust her with the vlog camera either, because you won't even see the whole process. So I may just have to hire someone to come and do it for me. And yeah, that'll be that. Hey guys, so it looks like I have gotten through all of the questions. And how many questions was that? Because there's like 600 comments underneath this vlog, but it seems like there were not that many pregnancy questions. Usually whenever I do a Q&A, I do ask you guys on my Insta or my Snap, because I get the most questions. But it's okay, because I'm pretty sure whenever other questions come up, you guys will ask in another video and I will answer them then. But yeah, so far so good. I'm just overall thankful and blessed. Once again, first and foremost, I'm just so excited, and this has been the best journey I've ever been on, the best experience I've ever been able to have. Like, this is just the highlight of my life. I'm gonna go ahead and end this Q&A right here, and I will see you guys in tomorrow's vlog.
Y'all, I was walking looking for a scale, and I just looked yonder and saw the chip sign. Y'all know how I feel about chips. There's a specific one that I want right now. Hopefully they have. Y'all, I've actually been really